Hello, hello, hello. This is Attorney Mike Gravelin coming to you from Chicago. As usual, I've got a little bit of a hangout today. It was an interesting case. It's a good clip. It's not the funniest, although it has its moments. We've got a whole case, and I've never dealt with this before in my career. I've had a lot of translators, but we have a whole case with a deaf defendant. So it's all translated through sign language, and it's really pretty interesting. And it involves a judge that I've done one other video on before. I actually forgot his name right now, but it'll be on the screen the whole time. So that's it. He does a really nice job. It's kind of a makeup for him as well, because he was a little cranky in that one. The attorney and the judge didn't come out. That was called Mountains and Molehills. It wasn't terrible, but it was just an off moment. Here, I think he does a really, really nice job handling a difficult situation. Let's get her started.
Okay.
So, Judge, the gentleman you see on the screen at the jail is Caleb Justice, last name Justice.
Ironically named Justice.
Okay, that black box is on there.
The broadcasting thing. It's okay.
Right. Can we make that disappear?
Hold on just a moment.
It's gone.
Okay.
Okay, hang on here.
Is it possible so that I could see better? Caleb, Mr. Justice is asking for a modification of the screen.
I'm not sure there's anything they can do.
Can you slide to the your right a little bit, sir?
This way?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, it's just one file, correct?
Yes, sir.
I don't know why there are two of them. I would think one is sufficient. I couldn't figure that out as I was watching. If anybody knows, tell me in the chat.
Okay, I think the first thing I have to do is swear in. I'm going to call the case, and then I've got to swear in my interpreters. So, I've got people of the state of Michigan versus Caleb Thomas Justice, case number 22T01462 FY. The charge is attempted disarming non-firearm of a peace officer. So let me go ahead and swear my interpreters in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will make a true and understandable interpretation to the witness, and that you will accurately interpret the statements made by the witness to the best of your ability?
I do.
I do.
Okay, I need each of you in the order that you said I do to identify yourselves. So starting with you, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Teresa Hill. I hold a Michigan certification, BEI 3, and I'm also legally endorsed to interpret in the state of Michigan in the courts.
Have you interpreted at this court before?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
Okay. And who are you, sir?
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Mitch Holaley, Holally. I'm also legally endorsed, hold a BEI 3 in the state of Michigan, as well as a national certification from the Registry of Interpreters for the Deaf.
Okay, and you've interpreted at this court before?
I have, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's him.
So at the jail, let me go ahead and swear in the defendant.
Raise your right hand. Yeah, you're the defendant.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge, understanding, and belief?
I do. Yes.
What is your name?
When I was watching this, I was just like in a haze for like the first 10 minutes of it, watching them sign. I don't know why, I'm just not used to it. And it was really cool to watch the interpreter try to keep up and also watching the defendant respond that way.
Caleb.
Oh, mine?
Justice.
Caleb Justice.
All right, and how old are you?
33.
Okay, Mr. Zabo, this is your client?
He is, Your Honor. Your Honor, Neil
Okay.
Zabel appearing on behalf of Mr. Justice. Your Honor, I had occasion to meet with Mr. Justice. I went over his felony rights with him, including his right to a preliminary examination within 21 days.
Thank you.
Mr. Justice told me he understood those rights, would waive the reading. Also went over the high court misdemeanor or felony charge with Mr. Justice. Mr. Justice told me he understood the charge and the possible penalty, would waive the reading of that as well. Mr. Justice does some work as a DJ, mainly collects SSI, up $860 a month.
I just think DJ is an odd career choice for a guy who's deaf, but okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's not what I was expecting to hear. The other thing that struck me here is that the defense attorney, and yes, that's a defense attorney, sitting there in his Michigan State sweatshirt. And before you get too judgmental about that, this is Saturday. I mean, this thing happened today. Okay, so he's over at the jail, doing arraignments on a Saturday.
Would request an appointed attorney.
Okay.
And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, or the dogs get it.
Mr. Justice, did your attorney go over the charge as well as the penalty and your rights?
Yes. Yes.
Do you feel that you understand the charge?
Yes.
Do you feel you understand what the penalties are, the maximum penalties?
Yes.
Do you feel you understand your rights?
Yes, I do.
You want me to go over any of these things with you?
No. I got it the first
Okay.
time around.
All right, I am going to
Thank you,
find the defendant. No problem. I'm going to find the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived the reading of the charges, penalties, and the rights.
Yeah, it's been my experience with an interpreter of any kind. You have to go slow. You really do, because you just have to give them a chance to interpret. So in my context, it's always a foreign language. I've never had this, but it just reminds me of that very much. Where I'm impressed with the judge here is I think he handles this very well, and I just think he takes more time with it, obviously, because we have to go through translation, but he treats him like he would any other defendant, the way I see it.
I am going to
Thank you, Cam.
appoint an attorney to represent him.
Hi, Letha.
Mr. Zabo, your client is already an inmate at the jail, is that correct?
Your Honor, my understanding is Judge Goggins gave him a personal recognizance bond. I think you may be the only thing holding him in the jail. Though I don't know.
I'm saying, I'm talking about at the time of this incident. This is May 24th, which would have been Tuesday. He was already an inmate at the jail.
Were you in jail when this happened? Allegedly happened?
When this,
The one I just read to you.
that happened before this happened.
Were you in jail when this,
Yeah,
when this, okay.
yeah.
Edit.
I mean, this is so, it's so difficult for the defense attorney because obviously he can communicate on some level, but not as well. So he doesn't know this stuff and he doesn't have an interpreter there. He's got him via Zoom, but he can't talk to his client privately. You'll see it sort of keeps coming up. I think the attorney does a nice job under the circumstances, but you see the problems it causes him. At least I do.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, was he awaiting is he serving a sentence or was he awaiting
Thank you, Be the
trial on some other charge?
My understanding is he was recently arraigned by Judge Goggins on another charge. So I believe that's why he was in jail. Is that correct?
Yes.
He's indicating to me that is correct.
Genesee County, Michigan. I don't know where that is actually, but Genesee County, Michigan.
What is, maybe somebody at the jail can tell me what the other charge is.
First charge ever?
The charge that had you in the jail in the first place, that's what I'm trying to understand.
I don't think it says what the charge is. Or does it?
Yeah, you'll see
Okay.
his hearing aids too.
Judge, it looks like aggravated assault. He gave me
And thank you.
he gave me his pretrial release order, and that it indicates aggravated assault. Yes.
I'm here. I'm just trying to not be over
This is
the.
Katrina. That is what the jail stated when I called them as well.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set this matter for a probable cause conference. You're going to be in front of Judge Goggins. It will be on June 9th, 2022 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And it will be on Zoom. Do you understand?
Apparently, this is Zoom. That's really cool to watch.
June 9th, he said?
June 9th, you said?
Yes, June 9th, Thursday, June 9th.
Friday? Yeah, that's a Monday.
Oh, I'm not sure. But you'll be able to make that because that won't conflict
Right.
with your other court
Okay.
date.
So what day is June 9th?
It's on a Thursday.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, okay.
All right. I'm going to go through what your bond conditions would be. You have to appear for every examination, arraignment, trial, sentencing, or at any time and place is ordered by the court. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have to abide by any judgment entered in the case and surrender to serve any sentence imposed. You understand?
Well played.
Yes, that is correct.
You are not allowed to leave Michigan without court permission. Do you understand?
Your Honor, if I may address that.
I think we've got some people who know this in the chat. That's really pretty cool. I only know one person, and her name is Lynn.
That condition. Your Honor, my understanding, after speaking with Mr. Justice, is that Judge Goggins granted him permission to go to Seattle, Washington to visit with his week. And so gave him specific permission to leave the state of Michigan. So he would be requesting the same consideration from this court.
Used to go to Seattle for what?
To visit.
Judge does not like this idea. He just picked up a new charge while in jail, and he wants to go to Seattle. And I don't blame him. I think he handles it well.
His aunt.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you. Night of
And
Need.
when
Who knew?
is that?
When is
Set to the 12th. I'm going to drive myself out to Seattle to visit my aunt, who I haven't seen in a long time. She broke
Is it me or does Teresa look like cranky that she's not doing the translating here?
her ankle. And I want to see her and say hello and shit like that.
June 12th.
The first Monday to the first Monday of June to the second Sunday of June is when I'm going. I don't have a calendar in front of me.
That's June 6th through the 12th?
Yes, sir.
That seems right. Yes.
No.
I want to know what date Judge Goggins set that as a bond condition.
I know that much.
Judge, I have an order dated from Judge Goggins where he did give permission for Mr. Justice to leave the state, dated May 25th of this year.
Yeah. The judge is not sure about this.
Sorry about the confusion.
That we know of.
I'm concerned about you being that far away
Yes.
and
Yeah.
making sure that you appear in court.
Can I make a suggestion?
I'll listen.
If I'm doing a Zoom hearing, I can do it easily. I wouldn't have had to arrive, and I know that that's a fact.
Will not fail.
I will not fail.
You'll find out the defendant's sort of sympathetic. It's really kind of a sad tale as it goes. It's interesting, but it's really kind of sad. Ultimately, you see what the problem is. But there's a good guy in there. So I don't know. This one's a skosh moving, but again, I think the judge handles it really well. I think the court system looks really well, accommodating this via Zoom. He's sort of tough on him on this particular request, and then really nice to him.
I'm going to tell you. There's several things that concern me. One, it is a very long ways away. We don't know where you're going to be or how you can be reached.
Yep.
Number two, we've got time zone differences, and we've got interpreters that have to be here on time.
Aww.
I'm a little concerned about that.
And rightfully so.
And quite frankly, this incident allegedly I don't understand how we got to this incident and why the reward is you get to go to Seattle when you pick up a new charge while at the jail. I bet Judge Goggins didn't even know that you picked up the new charge at the time he arranged you or set the bond conditions on the other charge.
I like that. The judge is like, I don't know. Goggins gave a PR bond before you attacked the guard or whatever happened there. And I'm not comfortable, and I don't want to be the patsy here. Yeah, he's right on point. And by the way, Salted Denim, I asked earlier, I don't know why there are two interpreters. If someone can tell us, please put it in the chat.
Other assault charge. I want to know if he knew that.
I was just frustrated with the abuse of the jail system. I have a different story. I have many disability, and people were not seeing that with me, therefore made me
Yes, and thank you.
build up. I'm not like that person to hurt someone or whatever. It was torture, teasing, ignore, neglection, the whole 9 yards. It takes a lot to make me do something crazy like that. I didn't want to do that, but I'm really, really sorry. I've already talked to.
You really shouldn't be talking about your case.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that the whole time, and I felt for the defense attorney because it's really hard for him to step in here. The guy, he's addressing the judge directly. He's speaking pretty well. He has a darn good accent for a deaf guy. You can tell he's deaf, but you can completely understand him. He speaks fairly well. But the judge is asking him stuff, and he's making admissions left and right as he's just trying to get a bond. And finally, the defense attorney's like, "Yeah, knock that off." He's doing a good job.
Well, I can understand what you're saying, but at the same time, when I look at your record, you told me you're 28, is that right?
No.
I'm 33.
33.
He said it early in the hearing. This judge is a little scattered, but I have a soft spot for that because so am I. Are the interpreters talking to each other? I don't know what's going on here. I can't keep track of this because I don't understand it. Oh,
You've been arrested 7 times in the last 9 years.
What was that?
7 times in the last 9 years. That's what he says.
I've been in and out of the system for 9 years, yeah.
Well,
This is my first felony ever.
that's not my point. My point is, I don't, there might have been a communication problem
your point is stop committing crime.
at the jail. That probably is true.
We find out why.
My guess is they don't do very well in handling disabled people. I don't know that for sure, but that's just a guess from my having worked in the justice system in this county for 3 decades. But at the same time, when I look at what you've been arrested for,
Shay, a lot of things are funny. I was not laughing at his disability whatsoever. So you can stop the pearl clutching already.
at least 3 of them involve violent behavior, and maybe more. It may be that the jail isn't fully doing what they should, but I think you have some behavior problem.
Bingo.
You
Kind
got-
of.
I didn't see that, but that's funny. I'd do that.
You know, the drunk driving isn't as a result of somebody at the Genesee County Jail. The defrauding an innkeeper isn't about somebody at the jail. Mr. Zabo,
Ascension Link, if you feel like hopping on already.
Mr. Zabo,
Yes, Your Honor.
did you say he is employed or is not?
He does some work as a disc jockey. He told me he collects SSI. That's his main source of income.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, I'm not crazy about
Thank you,
letting
John.
you drive to Washington State. You could stay out there and they wouldn't extradite you, I don't think, on this type of charge. And since it's not like you said your aunt broke her ankle. I think you can see her after you get done with your case.
Well played, Judge. He does it. He does it with compassion, and he's just spot on correct.
Cases. So I'm not going to, you're not allowed to leave Michigan as far as I'm concerned.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Let me finish telling you what your bond conditions are. You're not to commit any crimes while you are released. Do you understand?
Yes.
You're to notify the court
I didn't
in
think of that.
writing of any change of address.
Okay.
You're not to use alcohol, marijuana, or illegal or controlled substances.
Okay, here's where some commenters are going to go nuts. Boy, do they hate it, Artie, when they put marijuana as a bond condition. This was illegal everywhere. I mean, not everybody, but just a segment of my audience that just chaps their behind like you would not believe.
Why?
I don't know why. I can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, sorry.
Turn yourself up a little bit. I actually I don't know what I sound like.
You sound fine to me.
All right. No, I get that. In fact, I've got a doctor. I'm going to bring him on, and he's going to talk about the effects of marijuana and all that stuff. And it sounds really interesting. We've been going back and forth in Discord, but boy, do I just get 1,000 comments whenever a judge dares prohibit marijuana from somebody. It doesn't bother them when they say don't drink, despite the fact that alcohol is legal, but marijuana, you can't touch it. Small group, but vocal. I like the marijuana signal.
You understand?
But
So is there something I need to know about last night, Artie?
No, about last night? No.
Well, according to the super chat, you were charged with streaming while intoxicated.
I wasn't charged with anything. I don't know what this person is talking about.
You
I
should have
have
been
no-
charged with it many times that I'm aware of.
I have no recollection of the event in question.
I love it. That's a perfect response.
Medical marijuana? No. The interpreter's struggling to
Normal
see.
medicine fine, correct?
Normal medicine's fine, is that correct?
Normal medicine prescribed by a doctor is fine. No marijuana,
So
recreational.
stay sober. Stay sober. Sorry.
Stay sober.
Correct. Exactly.
Got it.
No marijuana whatsoever.
That's fine.
Ah.
You're not to possess or purchase a firearm or dangerous weapon or ammunition. You understand that?
Yeah, why are you talking stuff? It has nothing to do with nothing. This guy asked what we can do with banter.
You don't beat the
What is he going on to?
He's. Oh.
What did you say about no weapons, no gun, no ammunition? You didn't respond.
Yes.
Okay. Did Judge Goggins put you on tether?
No.
Okay. All right, Mr. Zabel, what do you want to tell me before I set bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Justice told me that if he's released, he will stay at the Holiday Inn Express on Hill Road.
I mean, go ahead. Make whatever jokes you need to. I'm sorry. It's too good. Mr. Justice stayed at the Holiday Inn Express last night. I mean, just give me all you got because I'm, try to be nice about it, but it writes itself.
Does not live at the address in Holly,
bring
which
up
is a
my cat,
relative's
that's it.
address.
Oh, we got
I got
Kitty.
nothing. I got nothing except the cat. I mean, the joke just wrote itself.
The cat is plenty.
Yeah.
The cat is plenty. You know what? Can you forward the link somehow to Skeptic? I've been trying to do it, but I only have him on Discord, and I don't know how to do it.
Okay. Yep. I'll do that.
You're the bomb,
right
brother.
after I finish petting the kitty.
Right after you finish snugging.
Mm-hmm.
On Law Talk with Mike Hangouts, you might just have cat snugging in the middle. That's just the way it is.
Told me that he was temporarily staying with that relative in Holly, but he's basically lived in Genesee County all 33 years his entire life. He's not on probation or parole. The court has mentioned he was convicted of defrauding an innkeeper, malicious destruction of property, OWI, domestic violence, and disorderly conduct. Told me that he attended all his court hearings.
Thank you, LA, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. I wanted to ask you, Artie, have you ever had a hearing or anything where they had with involving a deaf person, so you had this sort of interpretation? I never have.
As a matter of fact, no, I was gonna say yes, but no, it was with a Spanish interpreter. No.
I mean, I've had literally in Chicago. I mean, it's a city here. I've had every language you can think of. You know, obviously Spanish is the most, but Hindi, Polish, German, Chinese, I've had them all. I've had them all.
I think the most outside of Spanish, I think the one that I've had the most interaction with, I think, or out there one for me was maybe it was a Haitian Creole, I think.
Dude, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah.
Hello, Team Skeptic. How you doing, brother?
Man, great to be here. Great to be here. I was expecting just to be an enjoyer from the chat, just like everybody else, a peon.
Yeah,
I have already locked and loaded because we go way back, and you and I go way back. But I have you on Discord, and I couldn't find it. I'm not good with Discord.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Mike was just too big for us. Going on Rakita Law.
Oh no.
Law. What's his face? Law and Lumber. All this Mike is big time nowadays.
Well, I mean, I was doing the Depp Herd thing, so that blew up. I mean, if you're gonna hop on that train, you're gonna blow up.
Hey, Mike, just out of curiosity, did you see my shout out that I gave you in my last video at the end?
I did not.
Of course he didn't, Artie. He doesn't watch my videos. Of course, he's way too big.
I do, but I just didn't see that one. I was on a stream. I was all day yesterday. I did my own stream, and then I was on 3 other streams. I streamed till 2:00 in the morning last night.
Holy crap.
Wow.
I mean, it was fun, but it's all this Depp Herd crazy, but which is nuts, but it's going to be over. I mean, they're gonna read the verdict. I think that we'll get a verdict on Tuesday, and then that's done.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Would have been expedient for me to talk about Heard and Depp. It's just it's so saturated right now. I feel like everybody and their mother is giving their hot legal takes. And
oh yeah.
Ultimately, I didn't have the time during the day to follow the trial, and then having the time, the couple of hours I'd have to invest in the, my off time to look at the recap and give my own take. And for me, it was just like,
Yeah, it's intricate. Like if you're not in on the ground floor, like later you're just like, I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I saw that you did one with Natalie, who's been on some, and she's killing it as always.
Yeah.
But it's just such a long trial that you either have to get in or not, and
exactly.
it's a big time commitment.
Yeah, because these things the trials are like what, 5 hours, 6 hours each working day for the last several weeks.
God. At Legal Bites, she did like a 14-hour stream every business day for 6 weeks, plus a recap.
Yeah, forget it.
But I think she's between jobs or whatever, so she's like, I'm just all in on this project, which I respect.
Fair. Well, I mean, no. If you got nothing else to do in the middle of the day, it's perfect for you. You got plenty of content to go on.
Just making a subjective observation here, but I believe that she should be no longer between jobs. I think she's found a really good job here on YouTube, and I think going any other direction in her position would be really bad unless she had something absolutely amazing set up.
Yeah, she's cool. She's about to get married, and she's got 250,000 subscribers now. Yep.
Nice.
She'll have 1 million subs. As quick as she's growing, she'll have 1 million subs faster than you know it. How much? What is Emily Baker sitting at now? Because Emily
Baker's going up more than anybody. Elite's probably number 2, but I mean, all these people have, and you know what? They're all really nice. There's a bunch of really good attorneys doing it.
Yeah, which is what I told you the other day, Mike. I mean, you guys have an advantage because you have this expertise that none of us, that I don't have, or other people don't have. That, like, when you're watching it, you can explain it from a lawyer's perspective, which 99.999% of the population is ignorant to. So they're looking to you for, explanation of terms and litigation analysis and whatnot. So
I have to say it's intimidating though, because you go and it's like, for instance, it's a defamation case. I don't do defamation. So, like, I don't know if I have anything to add to this. And it's worse because you've got like 6 other attorneys on the panel, and you're like, I don't know. But like over time, you get used to it, and whatever the viewers seem to like it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's carry on.
And respectfully, I'd ask the court to consider a personal recognizance bond on Mr. Justice.
I'm not clear on why is he living at a hotel if he is a Genesee County resident.
I think he stayed with other relatives. Is that correct?
I can't, my family's mad at me. I
Okay.
can't stay with no one. I'm by myself.
His family's mad at him, so he has to stay by himself. He can't stay with relatives anymore.
Okay, this is sad. This is sad because he's got some issues. You'll see this, and I'm not making light of this. Yeah, you'll see as it goes forward. But he, his family's given up. But I'm sure he's caused them a lot of problems.
Yeah, and that really counts against him, right? When he's trying to get a PR bond and he's admitting that, number one, he's living in an unstable environment, which, while there's nothing wrong with living in a hotel, it's not stable to the normal, the way normal social studies go, the way normal social family structures go. And then on top of that, when the judge, when he looks to give a PR bond out, they're really looking for stability in your life to ensure that you'll come back to the courthouse. And when you're saying my family's mad at me, well, you're just red flagging everything. I live in a hotel. My family's mad at me. Nobody's there to keep me accountable to make sure I come back to court. Who knows if I get kicked out of the hotel tomorrow and have to go to a different place and change my address with the court once again.
Right. What assurance do we have that you're going to come back, right?
Yeah.
And you'll see he's in kind of a sad situation. Like I said, he does a lot of bad stuff, but you can see there's a good guy in there as it goes. It'll tug at you a little bit.
I'm not going to do a PR bond. It'll be 1,000 cash assured.
Which is really nothing, but okay.
Do you have any questions?
$1,000 per PR bond?
No, it's not PR. It's cash or surety.
So so am I being tethered?
No, I'm not going to place you on tether. I don't know where you would tether to if you're not living in Genesee County.
So stay in Genesee County, don't go outside of it, correct?
Don't leave the state of Michigan.
No, yeah, I'll stay until we get this settled.
I mean, you can be in Holly, but I'm not going to place you on tether.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm trying to make this work out for everybody. You, me, everybody. My life has been a mess. I'm sorry.
I mean, how do you not feel for the guy right there?
What's he charged with?
He does dumb shit, but he's, when he's in his right mind, he owns up to it. He's charged with trying to disarm a peace officer in a jail. So I think he went for somebody's club or gun or something like that.
Oh.
I mean, among other things. I mean, he was in jail for a charge and then did that.
Well, you can't just do whatever you want. You understand that. You got to follow the rules. You got to follow the law.
That's not even required. It's a low bar for LawTube.
I mean, yeah. He's not wrong.
Did you understand what I said? I have no I have no hearing aids. I have no glasses.
Why don't you have those things. You're getting.
You see, a lot of talk with Mike's clean standards are slipping a little on Saturday night here. I'm just saying. I might have the same problem I already did last night. It happens.
SSI, you're eligible probably for Medicaid, and you'd be able to have those devices. Why don't you have?
Nailed it.
Why not have them with me?
Do you not have them at all? Are they in the jail property room? Or do you not have them, period?
Hurley Hospital, first charge, has all my stuff. That's why it's been very hard in jail to do anything.
Artie,
okay.
You're still getting it, brother.
Then why does Hurley have them and why don't you have them with you?
I have no recollection of the event in question.
I will tell you the truth. I've been promised people that will bring it to me and have yet to do that. Police, family, you name it. It, like I said, my life has been hectic, and I'm not like this. I have the right mind. I have a bad heart because it's broken. So I'm just trying to clarify with you. I'm trying to meet the middle ground here. Once I get my hearing aids and glasses and bone, I've got to get things back in order. That's my plan. I want things back in order and regulated and stabilized. That's my mission. So whatever it takes to make you happy, if you're happy, then I'm happy. That's how I want it to be. That's what justice is all about, being fair and square.
Agreed.
What I did is wrong, and I apologize, but yeah, I will shut up.
I'm not happy.
They're just so like this guy, and both of you guys can attest to this. With all the sovereign citizen, we've all done chili videos and sovereign citizens and stuff. A guy who's just said, "Yeah, I did stupid stuff," and in the moment, I'm really sorry. It's so refreshing.
It's rare.
It's rare. It at least shows that he has at least a sense of introspection, and at least he sounds like somebody who is wanting and might actually be willing to reform. And this is somebody that you want to provide those resources to give him that chance.
He's got hope, in short.
Now, I do want to be playing devil's advocate here because it is a great story at face value, but without knowing the history, we don't know if this is his 10th time to be telling a judge this in the past 3 years.
Well, it's about the 7th time, according to the judge. And you were in earlier. The one thing is he said, "Hey, can I go see my aunt in Seattle?" And the judge said no. And I think that was right. I think he calibrated right there.
Yeah, I was in the chat for that, and I agree with you. The judge made the right decision, especially now knowing that he doesn't have a home. He's living out of a hotel with his most close and personal connections being at odds with him. So letting him go to Seattle is a really bad idea for the court.
Absolutely.
And for him, he says he wants to correct his life. He needs to start by finding a stable base. And that means not traveling to other cities to go see people and fixing the problems at home and under your feet, getting the stable base and building from there. That's how you fix having a bad life and wanting to change it.
Yep.
Absolutely. And you see the judge has compassion for him. He said, "No, we're not letting you out of the state." But from there on, between that and his attitude, he tries to help him every way he can.
For sure. Mm-hmm. And he's not being disrespectful at all.
Not at all.
Is there somebody I can call so that they can bring you your glasses and your hearing aids and your phone to the jail? Is there somebody I can call? Because I will call them and say that needs to happen.
That's fine.
So who would I call?
They're my hearing aid and glasses?
Yes.
Chat loves Yardy.
I never said anything about anybody lying.
What is your cousin's name?
I just said I had no recollection of the event in question.
D-E-N-N-I-E.
Denny, D-E-N-N-I-E.
D-E-N-N-I-E.
What is his phone number?
This is going to break your heart, everybody. I'm just warning you. Just an alert.
Oh boy.
And I assume Hurley is holding on to this for you.
Have 3 bags.
I have 3 bags of things.
Did you go from Hurley directly to the jail?
Yes.
Did the alleged aggravated assault occur at Hurley?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to call your cousin and see what we can do.
This is rough, people. Strap in.
Mr. Zabo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a deputy in there with you?
Yes, a couple.
I want them, if I can get his cousin on the phone, I want to know how we facilitate getting him his devices that he needs. If they bring him up if this guy brings him up to the jail.
He'll just pick up the lobby phone and let him know that he's here to drop off glasses and a hearing aid, or the hearing aids, and medical will come and retrieve them. And okay him to come into the jail.
All right, just stand by.
Stop it. Yeah. You're feeling it already.
Call is forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
I got an answering machine. Is there any other relative I can call? Maybe your mom?
It's a bummer.
Sure, fine.
Where's your mom, right?
I mean, you're
said-
telling me she's angry. You're telling me she's angry with you, but I think she would do that, don't you?
She is angry.
Well, I'm gonna call. I can call her. Do you think it would do any good?
Yeah, I think maybe.
Give me the number. Her name.
Yeah, sort of.
What is her name?
Dude's already in on a Saturday, getting paid nothing.
Melissa.
Justice?
Pearl.
Pearl. Spell that.
This is too good coming up.
Martha Pearl with my mom. She got remarried.
Is it like Mini Pearl? Same way, same name?
Dude doesn't know who Mini Pearl is. It's like a 70s hee-haw reference. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Hey, I want to say something though, because I don't want to interrupt this and start interrupted. This guy, the one that's doing the interpretation right now in the bottom left corner, that's how it's supposed to be done, not how Teresa's doing it. Like, I'm sure she's, accredited and whatnot, but
She is, according to her testimony.
Yeah, you can tell that the defendant's having a lot harder of a time understanding her and responding to her. And it's not because she doesn't know what she's doing. It's that she's not being expressive enough. Just because there's people that are talking about it in the chat. The guy in the
Yeah.
bottom left is being completely expressive, and this helps a person who has hearing difficulty. It helps them to understand, because a
Yeah.
lot of they're saying things as if they were saying it with their mouth. So you see the expression on the face, and you can see inflection on the face. So I just wanted to point that out, because I don't do ASL, but a lot of my family does, and this is the way in the bottom left. That's how it's supposed to be done when you're
Yeah.
an interpreter.
Yeah, I mean, they're both fluent in it, but he seems to be better at it in this circumstance.
Wow. Coral as in clam.
Got it.
No, this is recorded.
Hello?
Yes. Can I speak to Melissa Pearl, please?
This is her.
This is Judge Herman Marable from 67th District Court.
Hi there.
How are you?
Great. Well, I mean, I'm talking to you, so I guess I could be better.
Probably. I've got your son. I'm arraigning him now. Caleb
On a Saturday,
Thomas.
do you like overtime? Do you get overtime?
No, I don't
Sorry,
get
I'm
over.
messing with you.
I don't get overtime. It's a part of my job to do this on a holiday weekend.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so what do we got going on?
Well, are we on YouTube right now, Katrina?
You sure are. You're on Let's Talk with Mike.
Some days it goes
Yeah.
You
my
can
God,
actually.
that'd be-
What is
That'd
it?
be epic.
How is it listed? Judge Marable, Herman Marable's YouTube. How is it listed?
Oh my God.
They have something on there about Judge Marable's personal something or other. I don't know exactly. It's kind of weird.
It might
Wild court
weird,
moments, number
since the
89.
court is closed because of COVID. You might be able to get us on my YouTube channel. I think it's Judge Marable or Herman Marable's YouTube channel. Anyway,
Oh, he knows.
here's the bottom line. Because I spent the last half an hour here raising your son. I'm arraigning him on a charge of attempt disarming police officer, or peace officer. Allegedly, well, he's at the county jail.
Yeah.
And allegedly, he tried to get
This comes up.
deputy's taser.
Lemon.
Okay, so was that when he was in the hospital, or was that when he was, because he was in the psych ward?
Well, this just is a couple of days ago. This is just alleged to have occurred
Terrible. Terrible.
May 24th. May 24th.
He was a patient in the psych ward.
This is after he got to the jail.
Yeah, but when did he get out of the psych ward?
I don't know. I don't know any of that.
Oh. Yeah, I'm confused how he got from the psych ward to arraignment. You know what I mean? Like, I
Apparently something happened at Hurley where he got charged with assault, so he was taken to the county jail. As I'm piecing it together. And while he was there, he picked up this new charge that I'm arraigning him on now.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So I guess you're gonna have questions for me?
No, well, here's the bottom line.
Yeah.
He says that his eyeglasses, hearing aids, and phone are at Hurley.
They probably are, because he was a resident there.
Right. And that part of his problem at the jail has been that, he hasn't been able to communicate adequately without those items. Okay?
Without his hearing aids, yes.
All right. So he says you're mad with him, but I told him, I said, look, he needs that. So what he needs to have happen is for you to go to Hurley and pick up his items and take them to the jail for him.
Okay, will they let me do that? Because usually when he goes to jail, when he's not on meds, they put him in solitary or whatever they call it there, because when he's not on his psych meds, he's an idiot.
Yeah, well, listen.
Jesus.
He's in regular jail orange right now. He's not in the suit that would
Then
indicate.
he can get visitors or what have you.
Yeah, well, and deputy, the deputy says that you tell, where is it she's to bring this stuff again?
The lobby, just as hearing aid and glasses. We will not take anything else.
Glasses in my car.
They won't take the phone. They won't
Glasses
keep the
in
phone,
the
I
car.
guess.
The tag.
But his hearing aids and his glasses, you bring it to the lobby, explain who you are, explain who he is, explain that you talked to me, and, you know.
Medical will come and retrieve them from her.
The medical people will retrieve the hearing aid and glasses.
Yep, Rita, that
in the
says it
lobby
all
of
right
the
there.
jail.
Okay.
This is the Genesee
So
County Jail, you know.
And he's gonna stay there, I'm assuming.
Well,
Mhm.
I've set his bond at 1,000 cash or short. So if you want to bond him out, that's on you. But that's what I'm setting his bond. He's not to have any alcohol.
Is there any way you can bond him into the psych ward because he needs to get medicated? He needs his medication. He doesn't get on some psych meds. He will be. I'm not about when he's not on meds because he will end up back in jail. He's got a big mouth. He's manic as hell right now. I pardon my French. And
Pardon my French. He's manic.
Yeah, I mean, Mom knows the score.
Yeah, given what she's going on, it's clear this is not her first rodeo, which is definitely sad.
I know some people are going to be hard on her and say, "Oh, she should be more loving" or whatever. I don't know until you've lived it, and bailed him out 14 times for similar stuff. It's hard to judge.
And I want to say that, the judge, while the judge is doing everything he can to help him out to get out, his mom probably knows best. So when she's like, keep him in,
Yep. Yeah, she wants him back in the psych ward.
Yeah.
Okay, so was that when he was in the hospital or was that?
Explain who you are, explain who he is, explain that you talked to me, and...
Well, I think I messed up here.
When he goes to jail, when he's not on meds, they put him in solitary or whatever they call it there, because when he's not on...
Want to bond him out? That's on you.
Okay.
But that's what I'm setting his bond. He's not to have...
She ultimately, if I missed it in a little bit, she ultimately agrees to bring him his hearing aids and his, I think, glasses.
Yeah.
Okay, and they say for medical reasons that's fine. He doesn't get his phone. And then she actually inquires about bonding him out. And she asks the intelligent question, how much will it be? And if he doesn't show up, how much am I in for? You can say she's a bad mom, but I think it's an intelligent question. I'm sorry.
Have any alcohol?
Is there any way you can bond him into the psych ward because he needs to get medicated? He needs his medication. He doesn't get on some psych meds. He will be... I'm not about when he's not on meds because he will end up back in jail. He's got a big mouth. He's manic as hell right now. I pardon my French. And he's just... he needs psych help, not jail help. I mean, that's just how it is. He's not.
She's lying. She's lying.
Ma'am, if you want to try to petition him through probate court, that's a family.
He was in there. I don't know how he got out of there. He needs to be back up.
I have sympathy for this guy, but I do not think she's lying. I think she is just calling it straight as it is.
I mean, you could see it on his face as she's speaking, like he's already becoming infuriated inside of his in that little room right there. You can just see him just getting mad at his mother. His mother's about to do something to help him. No matter what she's saying right now, she's about, like, he relies on her for glasses and hearing aid to get to that jail. He needs those, and he can't put aside his disdain for her actions and his anger long enough just to accept her help.
He falls back into their petty squabbles. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. No. So I mean, it's hard. Like it sounds harsh, but I think she just knows he needs to be in an institution with the right medication, and it's not out of nastiness. I think it's out of love.
And I think also somebody reminds us all that he's 33. He's a grown adult.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a grown adult at this point, too.
Because he's not.
Well, the only thing that I am tasked to deal with, I tell you what, I'm checking on this, on his bond form, that he is to participate
Thank you,
in a
Leanne.
specified treatment program for any physical or mental condition, including substance abuse. If there's, and I'll write, take medication, take prescribed medication.
I agree, Emily.
I'll write that on there. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
No, I don't know, I hope that, I mean, that's
Over the last couple of weeks, he was at Genesis. They let him go after 3 days. He ended up a week later at Hurley. He was there for, 8 days, I think. Then he ended up in jail. And then it sounds like he's got at least one charge, if not two. I don't know exactly because he's an adult now, so I don't know what's going on, but we've been doing this for 10 plus years.
okay. I understand, and I even told him that he's been getting in trouble for the last 9 years because I've had his record.
Yeah, that's all. And if you look on it, every time he gets out of his mouth, he do it.
Well, okay. Ma'am, I wrote it on his bond form. I'm going to inform him of that when I get off the phone with you. I mean, you're on speakerphone in my courtroom, so he's probably hearing this.
Now you tell me.
You
tell me.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
By the way, ma'am, this is all on the record.
Right. She's just been dropping truth bombs about her son, and then he just, by the way, you're on YouTube. Soon to be on Law Talk with Mike. I'm just saying.
Well, he at least did tell her that initially, that she's on YouTube. I don't think she mentioned that, by the way, your son's hearing every word you're saying right now.
I mean, honestly, including the defendant, I think everyone's heart is in the right place here.
I do want to point out that was probably the greatest flex a content creator has ever had on a non-content creator ever. When the judge was like, yo, check out my YouTube channel. And he was like, I don't even know what the name is. God. Whatever.
Right.
I'm a judge. I'm not he's like, Chili, I'm not a YouTuber, okay? I don't do YouTube.
Right.
But go check out my YouTube channel.
Speaking of which, Skeptic, I dropped you because I dropped reference to you on my video because when I was doing, I think you were watching it, but I couldn't take Chili explaining to his dopey viewers where the community tab is for 5 minutes.
I saw that.
I was like laughing so hard, and I thought, oh my god, maybe I'm the only one who's going to find this hilarious. But no, my viewers, they came through. They're like, no, that's pretty funny.
No, that was hilarious. The fact that he is okay, so he's not a dumb person. There is a level of self-awareness he has, and he does realize that his audience lacks intelligence. Okay. Yeah. They do need a step-by-step guide by Chili on how to find a channel's community page.
I about lost it. I mean, I was watching it. I'm like, I hope other people find this as amusing as I do. But in the middle of that, he's like, oh, well, all I'll do is add the judge to my federal complaint. And then the usual thing that Artie and I have seen 6,000 times, and it's like, oh, okay, brilliant plan. But it happened because I happened to be on your stream, Skeptic. I'm like, I just saw a really good motion to dismiss that complaint. I don't know how long that thing's going to live.
Yeah, I was forwarded that motion to dismiss as well, which is great.
Have y'all seen his... Go ahead. I'm sorry, Artie. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just saying that I got a jet. It's I got to go take care of some business.
All right. Thanks for coming by. It was fun having you. Everybody, go over, subscribe, like,
go subscribe to Artie.
Share. Artie's Corporate Fiction. I actually now want to see what happened last night because it's got to be good.
No, I had no recollection of the event in question. Thank you guys. Check out my YouTube, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for having me.
Good night, Artie.
Good night.
He'll probably yell and say I'm a jerk and whatever.
Well, he did. He said you're lying. That's what he said.
Yeah, I know. On the bipolar part of the upside of it, it's never easy. So I will go by.
Please go and get his glasses and get his property. I mean, they're not going to let you bring his phone to the jail, but he needs those eyeglasses and those hearing aids.
I will get those. I will bring them to the jail there, and we will continue on to the next step.
And by the way, if you were to bond him out, his next court date is June 9th. And that'll
So if
be,
he doesn't get bonded out, he stays until June 9th, is that just what I'm getting?
yes. Yes,
Gotcha. And it's $1,000 cash, or
yes.
I can put up something of my person too?
Well, if you go through a bail bonds, then they'll charge you 10% usually. You would get them out for $100 probably.
What happens if I put up the $100, get him out, and he ends up back in jail?
You're
Fair question. Yep.
Well,
Does that mean his bond is forfeit, or how does that work?
possibly, or, if he doesn't show up, you said wind up back in jail. Well, I guess it depends on how that went down. If he blew off his court dates, then you could, forfeit the bond. If you only put up 10%, they could make you pay the whole $1,000.
Gotcha.
Those are all possibilities.
I would have to think on that one because this is,
Well, listen, I wanted to put him on tether, but the only place that he listed is a relative in Holly, and we can't do tether outside of Jefferson County.
right, and that's where he lists it in house.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, I gotta finish up here.
Okay, I will go by the hospital and I will do what I can to get those there. Assuming they will release them to me, then I will get them to him.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So, Mr. Justice, your mom says if they will release your property to her, she will pick them up and bring your eyeglasses and hearing aids to the jail.
Thank you.
I'm also adding as your bond condition that you are to participate in a specified treatment program for any physical or mental condition, including substance abuse, and take prescribed medication. You understand that?
Okay. Do AA, NA, what? Is that what you think?
No, I mean, if you are on meds, prescribed meds for some sort of psychological or mental condition, you need to take your medication.
Now, I want to tell you that is wrong. I take thyroid medicine. There's nothing wrong with my mind. I can tell you, and I have evidence saying my mind is fine.
It's all related, brother. Just comply with your doctors.
Yes.
I mean, that's all the judge is saying to you. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Justice, I don't know.
However, I'll take the drugs you think I should take.
If you were at, wait a minute, if you were at the psych ward at Hurley and then you got to the jail from Hurley, I got a feeling that they prescribed meds for you at Hurley.
There you go, skeptic. Thank you.
You know what? I'll take whatever you say.
It's not the judge that makes
Okay, that's it then. Any other questions?
Yeah. I mean, the judge is like, I don't know, whatever you're doing, whatever the doctor is prescribing, do that.
Yeah. That's all the judge can do. He can't
Right.
even deny that if you have it prescribed. I mean, I guess there are cases when they can, but there's that, like, if the jail offers an alternative, I believe they can give you the alternative, but it has to be prescribed by a doctor as well. You're gonna have to see a doctor inside the jail. Yep. But yeah, he's right. And the guy's like, whatever you think I should take. No, the answer is the judge thinks you should take what the doctor thinks you should take. Mental
like,
or not.
Don't go to Washington and get your life together. I'll help you any way I can.
Yeah.
Which is the right call.
Your shoes.
Unclean hands.
What up?
And skeptic. It's all good here.
All set, right? All set, Judge?
I think so.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Teresa frustrated me when she did.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mitch killed it. I'm just saying, just from an observer, because I've just seen it so much in my life. Like Mitch did it. You know, Mitch was all in it. When the judge changed his tone, Mitch's face changed. It was beautiful. Teresa just kind of went through the motions, in my opinion.
Yeah. Teresa's competent, but she's like, whatever. Am I getting paid? And Mitch is like, he's like in for the job, you know?
Yeah.
Just today. It might be a different day.
Is this the public defender right here? Is he? He
must be.
Yeah, because I couldn't see this guy.
He's paid for somebody.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I doubt he paid for anybody, and he just kind of stand there. So I'm assuming there's another case about to walk up on him.
I mean, all this is, to me, again, this is me, but this shows like our system in a good light, if you ask me. This is a Saturday. This was today.
Oh, this happened earlier? This happened earlier today? Wow.
They're trying to dispose of a matter for a defendant who's deaf on a Saturday.
They're doing him a favor.
They're doing everything they can for the guy.
Yeah.
And they should, or whatever, but it's like not so easy.
They should, but nobody would say anything if they pushed this off till Monday or Tuesday, because Monday's a Memorial Day. So if the court said, we'll deal with this on Tuesday, then he'd sit in jail and there wouldn't be a resolution for him.
We've got a bunch of people, and I joke about it because it's on whatever I'm doing on my channel, which is whatever, not that big of a deal in and of itself. But when I was watching this, it had like 43 views. So it's not like they don't really think anyone's watching. This is them. This is the system when they think nobody's looking, and it's pretty impressive in this circumstance.
And I think it's the right thing. He shouldn't be let out. He doesn't have a home.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a job, or I don't know. Well, he said he was a DJ, but I don't want to take anything from the guy. Maybe he sounds like he has a hearing impairment, not a complete deafness. So I don't think that it's impossible for him to be a DJ. But I know, and during this time of COVID, DJs don't make a lot of money. Like they're not making money because there's not a lot of places that are dishing money out.
His bigger issue is he's got some mental health issues. He does.
Yeah.
Which I think is a larger impairment to him than his deafness.
And sometimes, the people that know and love you the most are the ones, or the ones that love you the most, that are closest to you. They know better than any court system would know, any judge would know. And if she's saying, hey, look, I have no problem paying the money to get him out of jail, but I do not want him being released back to the public.
Right. I don't think that's the best thing for him.
Yeah, exactly. It probably is
lack of love. It's just knowing what's best.
And who knows what led him to getting in jail? I mean, I know the charge, but what did he do?
He's not entirely mentally stable, so he does dumb stuff. He assaults people. He was charged with I don't know, something about defrauding an innkeeper, but I think what he did is trash a hotel room.
Yeah.
And assault, and then he tries to disarm a peace officer, which means he went after a guard in jail.
Well, at the mental health facility.
Yeah. Well, he did something at the mental health facility, but the charge that he's up being arraigned for today was going after a guard.
I thought
after he's been arrested, he picks up another charge doing that. So, and it's hard to sort of see because he's sort of reasonable when he's trying to be and respectful. But you can
what did
see
he
it.
do at the mental
He's not
health?
all there.
Did they cover what he did at the mental health facility that led him to get into the county jail to pick up this charge in the first place?
I mean,
see, that's what I thought. I thought he picked the charge up at the. I thought maybe it was a psychiatric detainment where he was in a psych ward of the jail.
My understanding, and it's not that clear because I was mostly watching this other stuff, but there are 3 venues involved. We've got the Holiday Inn Express, a mental health facility, and the jail, and he committed violations at all of them.
Yeah.
You know,
Get him
and-
help. He needs help. He needs help. He's 33 years old. He's a grown man. He needs help. Those two things can both be, mutually inclusive.
right.
With one
And
another,
it's so hard because when he's stabilized, he's sort of likable and knows it.
Yeah, but the moment his mom got up there, you could see it. He flipped, man. He had that switch turned off in him, and he just was like, "What? This lady's lying again. She's doing this. She's doing that." And
Yeah, she's not lying. She knows exactly what happened.
Oh yeah, she's not lying. No, she seems sane.
Okay, what?
We're almost done here.
Give me 2 minutes and then tell me who's next.
I just like.
Okay.
this
Are we
part.
doing? Just give me 2
We have
minutes.
somebody, yeah, I was just gonna say, we have a
Just
different
give me 2
deputy in
minutes.
jail.
Of course. All right, give me 2 minutes.
Judge about to go hit that pipe, that dude.
Yeah, I mean, the man needs a moment. That's it. That's all there is to it.
It's a bong real quick. I'll be right back, people.
God bless him. He patiently sat through an hour-long hearing on a Saturday of a holiday weekend. He needs 2 minutes.
Arraignment hearings don't normally take that long. Arraignment hearings.
They wouldn't, except this is complicated because there's multiple charges, and he's going with an interpreter.
And there's a mental health aspect to it,
And a mental health aspect.
But I'm just saying, like most arraignment videos that I've ever seen, usually get in and out. Even the ones that have some kind of discussion, it's usually less than 10 minutes.
Yep.
Usually they just go in, they'll give a brief.
A big portion of this was the judge volunteering to call family members to help him out,
which he didn't have to do.
He
At
could
all.
have just said, you picked up a new charge in jail. No, I'm setting bond. He could have easily, and nobody would have questioned it, said, no, screw all this. Your bond is $10,000. Sit in jail until next week.
Yeah. Did you, just out of curiosity, did you see Chili reacting to his intake? Well, I don't think it was his intake video, but what happened to him after he got arrested at the courthouse. Have you seen that video yet?
How long ago was it?
A couple of days ago.
No.
I'm
The
covering
only
it
Chili
tomorrow
video
night.
I watched recently was that one, but it was 8 minutes. And the only reason why I did is somebody tipped me off that he didn't show up to court. So I went and checked it out. It was an 8-minute video, and I'm like, oh, it's fantastic. We don't have video in court, but we do have him admitting that he's got a bench warrant issued.
Mike, how much
And he's
time was he
running
going to
like the
get?
hour that he is.
How much
know?
time? Worst case scenario, right? Like, and I'm not saying what's the max they could have thrown at him. Worst case scenario in Chili's situation, no major criminal history as far as we can tell. Goes in and picks up an obstruction and a trespassing charge. What's he going to get? If he shows up to court and the judge says, "Hey, you know what? I'm not letting you get away with this one. You're going to be, your punishment is go ahead."
On a bad day, a week in jail?
A week in jail. 10. I thought 10 days.
Right,
he has
right,
complicated
sure.
this. Over
As
10
good
days.
as good a guess as mine, honestly.
Yeah, he's complicated this.
That's the
over 10
exact same
days.
ballpark.
Yeah.
You and I are saying the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's making it worse because now what they're going to do is they're going to bring him in because it's probably just a preliminary hearing. He'd have probably showed up. They'd have made sure he was there, reset the date. He would have gone back off to whatever fucking cave he came out of to go fight for somebody's rights for another 30 or 60 days. And he'd had to show up again.
Yep.
Maybe he wouldn't even had to show up at that one. Who knows? But you know what he can't do now? He's going to go there to the court. They're going to say, screw you. You're a problem. You're a menace to society. And we have the right now to put you in jail for not showing up. And because you've already shown that even if you put money up, you're not going to show up, we don't actually have to let you out. And I hope they don't. I hope they keep him in there, teach him a lesson. He should have just done his 10 days. He could have probably went in there and argued his point enough to mitigate that down to a few days. Time served even. And no, instead, he just, and that's his whole thing is he says, do what's right. Stand up for what's right. Go in there and do what's right, Chili. Turn yourself in. Go do what's right. Make yourself look better than you look right now. Because right now you're looking like a real big fucking hypocrite. And I love it. I love it.
Well, if he would go and admit, I could get him with no jail time tomorrow, and I've never done criminal defense in Ohio. I can guarantee you right now, if he came to me and said, represent me, and I pro hoc vetoed in, I would call the prosecutor and say, I've got an apology on your desk for you. We're talking no jail time. And the prosecutor would say, hell yes, thank you.
Yeah, get the conviction. Looks good on the
We're
books.
going to convict him on a misdemeanor that won't have any effect on his future, but we are going to, for the record, say you were convicted of this.
And now they can put him in jail and say, file as many continuances as you want. You're going to sit in jail during the whole time.
Right. They might do a little probation on him, which shouldn't be a problem for him because he's usually not in the state. They might have it, last long enough for his gubernatorial race there in Ohio.
No. I heard a video where he said, this video, there's a video. He goes, well, I'm going to make changes when I'm a governor of Ohio or California or Alaska, whichever one. And I'm like, that's not how that works. There's not like serious governor candidates that are like, yeah, I'm running for Ohio, California, and Alaska right now. Right. Hoping that I'm taking the shotgun approach, hoping that one of them lands. No, that's not how that works.
How many subscribers do you have right now as we speak? Look it up.
60,000 on the dot. 66,000 on the dot. You're going to beat me like next week, bro.
66,000 on the dot.
Yeah.
Well, how many do we have? Here's the problem. We've got 771. This better be at 66.5 by tomorrow, or I'll be personally offended.
Oh man, that's hard.
Now, the problem we have. Oops. The problem we have is that all my subscribers, all my viewers are subscribed to you already.
God, I know. I was gonna say that. Okay, see, we could have like
which is cool, and you've helped me. So they all are. So I'm asking a lot here.
We could have, if we didn't know each other, right? We could have a hate sub contest, right? I could tell all my people go hate sub to Mike, but they've already hate sub to you, and you could tell all your people to go hate sub to me, but they love me, so they'd never hate sub.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there. But we had a nice crowd for Saturday night.
You bring a good crowd, man. I've told you since the beginning, since we've been talking, man, that you have a great personality and you're just set to explode here. So
actually, I've actually just got the sweetest viewers on the internet. But
you and I have loyal
because
viewers.
A lot of them are yours as well.
Yes, we have some very loyal viewers. Like I'm telling, look. I'm gonna tell you right now. I brag about this shit on Mike's videos and my videos. You can see this in both. Go out there and find your favorite YouTuber. Right? that's not like in our. Well, you could use our community. It doesn't matter. If you go find them, go look at their view to like ratio and view to comment ratio on their videos. Me and you kill it. And the reason why we kill it is because the people that watch us are very intrigued and they're very emotionally wrapped up into the videos we put out because we don't put out a lot of fluff. We put out a lot of emotionally gripping videos, and you do a hell of a job of it, man. I see it all the time. So
I was surprised with this video. Like I do this all the time, but like this one was like, to me, it was really interesting because they were doing sign language.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
And then it's like, okay, so my favorite is a good funny one. That's great. And we all like to laugh at Chili getting tased. I mean, that's fantastic when it happens, okay? So I'm not above that. I'm not even saying that. But some days, that's not what I have. This right here was sort of a touching, gripping thing. But I've got viewers that can handle that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all like a good tase. I'm all for, if I had a good tase, I know Taser Tuesday, everyone. Everyone, no. Taser Tuesday. It's an adjunct to Taco Tuesday, honestly. It's like the greatest moment of the week. You have yourself a taco, and then you go over to Skeptic, and you see someone get tased.
Yes, 4 p.m.
You really can't beat it.
4 p.m. Central every Tuesday. We watch somebody become a human resistor. Yes. It's
human resistor. I love it. Yeah. I love it.
But the electricity puns, because I was an electronics tech in the military, so I know a bunch of electronics and electricity puns.
Right.
I get them. Oh my god.
All right. Saturday night. I may or may not have Naughty Adventures planned. I'm not sure. I'm not really going to say.
Hey, Mike. Tomorrow tomorrow is my torture stream. This is the $1 for $1 equals
Oh,
1
Lord.
Ks. So if you're not doing
what time is the torture stream tomorrow?
6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Will there
CST.
be torture cuffs as well as torture electricity?
I don't know. You know, I don't know. Maybe I could.
I mean,
manage
it worked
that.
for Blue Bacon.
Yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll go commit a crime, let them handcuff me, and then I'll run. And
Yeah,
that
I mean,
way,
I was on with Blue Bacon on the last stream I was on with you, and I still say that to this day. I tip my fez. I tip my fez to Blue Bacon.
oh yeah, for when he
Because
did
I mean, back in the day, when I say back in the day, I'm talking about 5 weeks ago. When he went in, and I did a video about his torture cuffs rant. I mean, he's always on about it, but one time he did it, and I did this, and like right around the same time period, Blue Bacon just comes out and just cuffs himself up and says, "All right, I'm gonna do the whole damn stream this way," and I really admire him for that. It's simple, but it makes a great point.
yeah, it does. It really does.
Just quit whining.
If it was torture, then somebody couldn't do that. That's
Right.
the bottom line. Like waterboarding is torture. So when I say, "Oh no, it's not torture," watch me get waterboarded for an hour and a half while I do a live stream. No, I couldn't do it. That's torture.
Right.
It's impossible
No, that
to
would
do.
suck. Right. Like that describes the difference, doesn't it?
Yes, but if I put on handcuffs, I could sit there and put even behind my back, I could find myself in a comfortable position. And
right, like I could throw on handcuffs and do a stream, not a problem. If you said okay, and like you're gonna do it like electricity, but like at a small rate, okay, fine, you could do that. If you said, all right, anyone can super chat $1 and I get tased, no, thank you. That's hard. If you said anyone can do a super chat and I get a ball of pepper spray in my face, no, no, that hurts.
I regret doing my torture streams every time, and the hour before I go live, I always say, like, do I really want to? Like, I could just push this off till next week, right? Like,
right.
I do that, and then I'm like, but the thing is, I do it every final Sunday in the month, and that started out as every first Sunday, but on the very first one I did it, it ended up being on the final Sunday because I kept pushing it off. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it I'm gonna wait till the end of the month till I have no choice but to do it. But yeah, it's fun, man. I enjoy it. My hand hurts afterwards.
All right. Well, thank you for coming by. Thank you to Artie. Everybody go over and give Artie some love too. That was nice of him to show up today. Happy Saturday night. I'm going to go to bed like a good boy, and that's it. That's what I'm doing. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
It's a wild night. A wild night with Law Talk with Mike.
All right, thanks. So thank you all for coming out. I will see you soon. Oh, look at that. Skeptard for South King. There you go. Super chat for you. Thank you, Raphael.
Woohoo. Thanks, Raphael.
Good night.